Hey friends, it's Tracy and Magda and Boris right there from Tea Time with Tracy and Friends. Anyways, it's fall. I'm in Nova Scotia. It's kind of cool out today, but I want to start working on what I'm going to be reading for October. I'm still going to do my deck of TBR game because I like to play it, but I'm not doing that now. I still have some books to read for the month of September. Today is September 24th, I think. So anyways, I seen this readathon that's going to go on in October. It's put on by Reading with Raylan. Here she is. And put on by Reader C. Here she is. And they have a board game. I have this printed off, but I'll put a picture of it here. Now, I don't know all the details. Like, I'm going to put all their information down below. Please go check them out and say what's up. But this readathon, as you can see, it's a game board. You use just a regular one die, and you go through the board. There's several different prompts, the paranormal elements, blood red on the cover, debut author, 300 plus page, final girl trope, black on the cover, new debut author, spooky tree house on cover, a bunch of them. Anyways, this is my first time ever taking part in this. I think this has gone on before. The goal is to play this game. You can play it as many times as you want. Read up until October 18th, and then there's a day off where they're going to do something else. Like this month has 2 stages in this game, apparently. So I'm going to try to do that, and the main thing is this is strictly for mystery, horror, and thriller, not fantasy or, well, I guess unless it's horror, fantasy, like romance or anything like that. It's strictly for this. Gosh, I should have got a sweater. It's kind of cold out. We got lots of leaves on the ground. We still have oodles to fall. Anyways, they have a Discord, and I joined that, and yeah, I look forward to playing. So I'm gonna switch you guys up. We're gonna roll a dice and see what I get. Okay, I don't know if this is the best angle. This is Magda's booty and tail and stuff, but I have just single dice here, and we're gonna roll 5. So we start down here. Oh, I need to get something for a mover. All right. Picked one of these bad boys up on our morning walk the other day. So it's very fall, very autumnal, isn't it? So 5. So start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Novella. I don't like novellas. Gosh, that was the one that I was really hoping I wasn't going to get. Oh, God. Oh, no, but I can make it work. I know there's lots of good novellas out there. I just like books with more meat on its bones, and that, I'm going to say under 250. Would that be a novella? Let me just see what I have. All right. I was looking through my Kindle, and I was looking through, I do have some paperback ones, but I want something quick and easy, and I was looking through my audio library because I have an extreme audio library. I have the Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones. I looked it up, and there's 144 pages. I think that would be a novella. The only thing I know about it is I believe some kids want to play a prank on a girl that either works there or something, so they bring a mannequin into a movie theater. Only this mannequin comes alive and starts killing people, and I don't want to look any more into it, but I think that qualifies as a stinking novella. And this will be the second book of Stephen Graham Jones that I've read, and I had this in my hardest reading challenge that you'll ever do by Qwordy, so that will take up one of those slots too. So yeah, let's go to roll number 2. Okay, let's put this back on. The wind was blowing. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 300 plus pages. That's more like it. All right, let me just see. Okay, perfect. I'm going to do All Hallows by Christopher Golden. I read Road of Bones by him, and I read The Araret or something like that, and I like them both. This I have on my fall TBR, and you can see on the cover it kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern's face, and there's candles in the eyes. All I know about this is it takes place on Halloween night. I think there's a group of oddball kids that are out trick-or-treating, and they try to find solace or, you know, go into other people's houses because they feel like they're being chased by something called the Cunning Man. And I don't know if it's like Slender Man, or if it's a monster, or if it's just other kids bullying them. I'm not sure. But these kids are scared to death, and they want to go, they kind of bust into somebody's house that's, you know, doing trick-or-treating, and they had the Jesus scared out of them because something called the Cunning Man is coming for them. So, this is a horror. So, that's my second book. Oh, and I should say there's 300 and... I looked it up, but I didn't look in here. 300 and... I think it said 325, but this is 338. So, that's over 300 pages. All right. Another 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move forward 2 spaces. 1, 2. A spooky ebook or audiobook. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, I think what I'm going to do for this is Slewfoot by Brom. I have it on audio. I don't have the actual physical book, but I love the cover of it. I think this is a witchy book. Female revenge. I think this woman, her husband dies, and then this takes place way back in the day. So, being a lone woman in an old-fashioned community, people try to force her to marry somebody because a woman can't live alone because she's a woman. And she's adamant on making it on her own, and I believe she makes friends with some sort of beast that's in the woods. And they go into cahoots and, you know, might be a rampage or something. But Slewfoot. And I'm looking forward to it because I've been wanting to read this for a couple of years now. I just never got around to listening to it. I think it's over 300 pages anyways, but I think that would be a nice fall book to listen to. All right. 1. Unreliable narrator. Ooh. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. I think I'm going to do The Quiet Tenant. I've never read anything by this author. I just got this book this year, so I should start reading some of the books I've actually bought this year. This is a thriller, and all I know about this, and this is a fairly new release, I think. Last year, maybe? Oh, maybe 2023. Yeah, 2023. Anyways, I just heard about it not too long ago. This follows, I believe, a woman who's being held in a shed, and she's been there for years, by this family man who looks normal, acts normal, has a child, has a wife, and they're oblivious to his tendencies to kidnap women and hold them hostage for years. Now, I don't know how to go about finding out if this has an unreliable narrator. I don't know if there's a perspective from him, because he's flip-flopping. I don't know if there's a perspective from, I'm assuming, from the woman being held, or the child, or the wife. I'm not sure. I don't know how to go about finding it, but it is a thriller, and this man is dancing the line between acting normal and not, And if there is a perspective from him, I would consider that an unreliable narrator, because he looks and the whole community is rallying for him. You know, like he's a prominent, I'm assuming, somebody that is looked up to in the community, but he's a messed up individual. So I'm going to do this one. All right. We need to get to this haunted house. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missing persons trope. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to do Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Anyways, this follows a woman who is a reporter, I believe, and she goes back to her hometown, which she has avoided all these years because there's children going missing, and the most recent person that went missing has been found dead, who was a child, and she really doesn't want to have to go back there and stay with their family, and we don't know why. I believe it's not a very long book. 254 pages. So I'm assuming that falls under missing person, because there's children going missing and there's a history of it and you don't really know. She's going to go report on it, and yeah, that's what I'm picking. So yay. Okay, we're almost to the house. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Book with an adaptation. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do The Ritual by Adam Neville. I do have the paperback because I want to watch that movie, and that's a horror. And I believe it follows some young men that go in the Scandinavian forest hiking. And I don't know if it's like Blair Witch or something like that. But I believe they get lost or they find a dead body and they start going at each other because they're lost in the woods, hungry, and don't know what they're doing. So that was first a book. I read No One Gets Out Alive by Adam Neville, and I really liked it. And I have several other books of his I need to get to, and The Ritual is one of them. And that way I can watch the movie. I believe it's on Netflix. In October, and I could do like a tandem thing, or after I read the book I can watch the movie and just see how it shapes up. I do have the book in the house, I just don't want to get up again. So yeah, that's fabulous, and I have that on my Qwordy hardest reading challenge, her kid thing, and it's on my fall TBR, so fabulous. Oh, I don't think that recorded. Let me do it again. Book with an adaptation, and I got a 5, and whatever, and I got a 5 again. So I was just gonna pick like host pick or favorite, and I'm gonna see on their Google Drive to see if they have. I believe they have like book recommendations, and I'm gonna see if I have any of those books. If not, I might look at some of their videos to see if there's any books that I do have. I don't want to go buy books. So, we'll see. But, let me just take a gander. Alright, so I was looking on their recommendations list. I read the ones that I'd be interested in reading, I've already read. So, I think what I'm going to do, I have my eyes closed. I'm just going to put this down anywheres, and I'll roll one more time, and that'll be it. Move forward 2 spaces. 1, 2. Final girl trope. Will be my last one. Final girl trope. Alright. Alright, I had to get up, so I went and got a sweater too. Oh, my bookmark just fell out. Well, I'll have to restart this anyways, but I'll just show you. I do, like I said, have The Ritual. Adam Neville. Okay, I am going to pick Halloween by David Robbins. I started this book last year. Didn't get very far. It's approximately there. My bookmark fell out. This follows a group of kids that are planning on playing a prank on the typical nerdy guy in school who used to be best friends with this girl who's in the popular crowd, and she feels really bad about this and is conflicted about this. And they invite this nerdy guy along. I forget names. The other guys in the group are like jocks or whatever. The typical teen slasher kind of thing. Anyways, they go to these caverns or old mine shafts or something. And they plan on taking him down there and getting him lost and leaving him as a prank. A Halloween prank. Takes place on Halloween. And anyways, I didn't get very far. They were still all together. They did get to the mine shafts or something, but they were still just exploring. And the girl in this, she's like trying to comfort the nerdy guy, even though everybody's being nice to him. She knows what's really going to happen, and she feels bad about it. And she's trying to tell the other jockey guys, like no, we don't need to do this. Now, this might not be final girl. It might be final boy. I have no idea. I've never read anything by this person. But I think it's a pretty cool cover, and there's going to be a final person, I'm assuming, in this. This is a horror writer, and it's a bunch of idiot teenagers, and they're in an abandoned, not supposed to go in mine shaft. We'll be lucky if somebody lives, but it'll be a final person trope, I'm assuming. The scariest night of the year. It's the scariest place on earth. It was supposed to be a prank. Invite a guy from school, go deep down into the infamous caverns, then leave him there. But something goes horribly wrong. So that's my lineup. That and Night of the Mannequins and Slewfoot. So yeah, that's my lineup for Spooktober. I'm going to try to read all of these before October 18th. And when I do my regular TBR video, I'll try to incorporate some of these in my picks if possible. And then after the 18th, I have no idea what the next part of this readathon is. It's being held secret, held hostage, so to speak. So, but there is a Discord. If I can put it down below, I don't know if I can. If not, it'll be on the bottom of their videos. And I think this is my first time ever taking part in a board game kind of readathon, which is really fun. I'm going to save this game in case I ever want to play it again. So with that, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. I should do this so I can get a thumbnail, except for my other ones. Let's do this. And, yeah. Well, with that, I'm going to say, have a good night, or have a good morning, and I will hopefully see you sometime soon. Happy haunting. Bye. Boink.